Hello and welcome back to this week's stream. Oh, that looks like it's a little loud. Let me turn the dial back down to a reasonable level. I turned my gain dial up on my microphone yesterday because I was attempting to record a video. It didn't go well, so I just quit. You can actually mod this time. Wonderful. I don't know how my latency is, but I did get an internet upgrade. So hopefully that helped. I also adjusted the latency options on the stream itself. So again, hopefully that helps. If not, then I don't know what to do about all that. And I also, if you've noticed on the screen, I successfully, or I hope I successfully adjusted the chat box where it's now on the screen again. Because before it wasn't on the screen because I did something with the settings. I don't know what it was, but I did something with the settings where before it was like super small and it had like this weird like plant texture on it. I think it was a part of some like overlay that I had like downloaded and it just would not go away. And so like I basically uninstalled everything that I wasn't currently using for my streaming software and now it's back to normal. So I don't know what broke it, but apparently I fixed it. While I've been away from streaming the last 6 days or so or whatever time frame it is, because as you know, I only stream on Saturdays and Sundays typically. I have not been drawing. As tragic as that is, I've been scheduling and editing videos. So I scheduled a lot for my meta platforms, so Facebook, Instagram, and occasionally it remembers to post on Threads. The business suite for the meta platforms is kind of funky like that. I have it checkmarked on like the scheduling portion of the business suite to post to Threads, but like I said, it's funky. It's hit or miss if it wants to actually do it. So all I can say is that I scheduled all that stuff. So all throughout the month, everything is scheduled for Facebook and Instagram. And then I also scheduled the entire month for Twitter as well, because Twitter also has a scheduling thing. I am waiting patiently, and by patiently I mean not patient at all, because they need to get their shit together. I'm waiting for Blue Sky to have a scheduling feature on their platform as well, so that I can also schedule on Blue Sky, because arguably Blue Sky is what I tend to get the best traction on when I post things like normally, in terms of like engagement, like comments and like reposts and things like that, or likes or whatever they call it over there. I get the most engagement over there, but they don't have a scheduling thing. In fact, they just introduced drafts, and while drafts can be utilized like in a similar way to scheduling in a sense, like you make the post like beforehand so it's already there. I forget to fucking go on that site 9 times out of 10 because I have a lot of the push notifications for many social media platforms turned off on my phone, besides like YouTube and TikTok mostly, because I get the most comments on those ones, and I kind of like to respond to people's comments on occasionally. Speaking of comments, I got a comment on one of my my reels that I posted on Instagram, and it cracked me up because apparently the person must have thought something or another about their own comment, because it was gone by the time I clicked on it to go respond. And it just cracks me up because the comment was basically on a video in which I was criticizing the concept of people that believe that all cartoons are for children kind of thing. And the person's comment was, cartoons are for kids, anime is for adults, don't be stupid. And I was thinking to myself, I was like, what logic is that? Because there's plenty of anime for children and plenty of Western cartoons for adults. And like I said, I think they must have realized how fucking dumb that comment was, because by the time I went to go respond to it, it was gone. And now, like, I'm going to roast their ass in a new video that I'm going to be recording possibly tomorrow, maybe. It depends on how I'm feeling, but not really how I'm feeling, but how I'm my schedule works out tomorrow, because I got appointments and stuff tomorrow. But if all things go well for appointments and stuff tomorrow, I'm gonna record that video because I think it's gonna be really funny. I've been trying to actually look for a filter that it's really popular, but I can't find the fucking name of the filter. Basically, it's the stereotypical like fanboy like neckbeard kind of look, and he's wearing like a fedora and stuff. I'm trying to find that filter and I can't find it. It's driving me nuts. It's like I can name who popularized the use of that filter, but like again, I can't find it to use for myself, and it's making me mad. Anyway, how's everybody's weekend gone? My weekend the last 2 days, because I count Friday as a weekend, I've spent getting very familiar with the giraffes at my local zoo. Because my son really likes the giraffes. So now I know at least like 3 of the giraffes by name. No, 4 of the giraffes by name. I think we got 7 of them at my zoo, but my son really likes the giraffes. So we have to make sure we go see the giraffes every time we go to the zoo. He's gonna drain our wallets with the feeding the giraffe thing. Because that's all he wants to do when we're there. Wheatley too mean. Wrong account. What? Touche, mon cher? Or what? Well, you said wrong account anyway. Wheatley too mean. Welcome back. I hope this is the right account. I've been there and done that. Mostly when it comes to, like, uploading videos. I can't count the number of times I've gone to upload something to the main channel, and then, like, I realize, oh no, I'm 4 hours into this upload and I'm on the gaming channel. It's because I obsessively check my notifications on all of my accounts. And YouTube, you have to keep switching it. That account is not worthy of talking about. Is it a troll account? Is it a shitposting account? I'm curious now. Can't leave me hanging. Please don't leave me hanging. Here you go. You have a copious amount of channels. 1 account, 1 handle, 1 destiny. So I technically only have the 1 account, but I have 4 separate channels right now. One is just the regular one that I have all my subscriptions of, like, just garbage that I watch usually, and all the stuff that Dustin likes to watch too. And then I have, like, the kids account, kids channel, so that my kiddo has something to watch that's a little more controlled than just typing in, like, the videos that he likes to watch, you know? And then I have the gaming channel, and then I have this channel, which is, like, the main art and gossip, you know? So technically, I have 2 channels, I keep saying accounts, I have 2 channels that, actually get videos uploaded to them. The other 2 don't. Let's see. I'm with Char on this one. No, I was doing a project where did like commentary videos horribly. You mean how I do commentary videos very horribly? YouTube wouldn't let you be your default. What do you mean, like Chrome Dome? Charlotte is super stinky. Well, I don't know. Or that Charlotte? Charlotte? I don't know. Super stinky? I don't know. I don't know them, so I can't tell you if they're super stinky or not. And then, 1Password braid empty hole. Probably shouldn't, be like, 1Password, because, like, you get super easy hacked. You gotta throw in a cash money occasionally in your passwords. Keep them guessing. Keep them on their toes. It's Charlotte, and you're not. You know them, and they 100% are. It's like, you would know, I guess. I hope. One of the YouTubers I like to watch, his when he talks to them on Twitch, he doesn't do it much anymore, but used to call his audience the Stinkies. Cause his audience likes to make a lot of like poop and fart jokes. Cause they're not literally children, but they act like a bunch of children. They grew up in the era of fart jokes being like key comedy. Listen, work wants me to change my password every 6 months, and it's like... That's ridiculous. When I was in high school, y'all back in the day, because I'm ancient, we used to have like a challenge amongst ourselves to see who could type in like the longest password, and I won. Because I was the obsessive ADHD, autistic, like, emo kid, and so my password back in the day for high school was, like, the first, like... So, like, when you're listening to music, the part that repeats through the music is called the chorus, right? Is, like, the part, like, before that or in between the chorus part just called the verse, or is there like a different technical term? Because like my password in high school was like a whole verse of a song with the first like edition of the chorus. So it was like ridiculously long. It took me like 2 minutes to type it all out. And the teachers would always look at me like I was fucking ridiculous. Standard stream chat? Yeah. There's still funny trust. Okay, good. So, this is kind of like backtracking way back in the conversation, but y'all are saying Wheatley too mean. Do you mean just the character in general, or do you think that I'm drawing him too mean? Because the character up here in the corner is not Wheatley. This is just like me to remember like how I'm drawing the cores. That one's the intelligence core, and this one that I'm drawing currently right now is Wheatley. So you said bet? I sure fucking did. I took it like, listen, that's one like thing that like I've learned like through the years gradually, and it's been a very painful process, and that's like don't take things too literally and too seriously. Because, like, one thing about, like, you know, people that have, like, ADHD and autism, like, a lot of the times they take things too seriously. Or too literally, I should say. So, like, again, they're like, oh, let's see who could do the longest password, lol. And it's like, alright, I'll win. Wheatley is mean, the character. I think he has his flaws. I wouldn't say he's mean. Oh, that does come way, way low. Okay. But yeah, I've had to learn through the years not to take everything so freaking literal. And there's like occasions like when I'm like too like overstimulated and stuff, and like I just don't feel like, you know, dealing with like the social norms of regular people. My brain just turns off and like it's back to like taking things too seriously again. The only good thing Wheatley did is the Portal 2 Yaoi or Yuri. I said Yaoi. Like I read Yuri, my brain processed Yuri, and my mouth still said Yaoi. The thing about the Yuri of it all is that's really open to interpretation as far as I'm aware, because I haven't seen any confirmation or denial for like a lot of people's headcanons from like developers of the series yet, so like it is what it is. But like I've seen compelling arguments for both like Chell being Carolyn's daughter and also GLaDOS just being like the jealous ex, you know? The only reason I, in particular, about, like, I don't believe the Chell was, Carolyn's daughter, like, theory, is the fact that I think that, Carolyn would have been too old when Chell was a child, because, like, Cave Johnson and Carolyn, like, from, like, the part of the game where you're introduced to Carolyn and the concept of Carolyn, like, that seems like really like in the 50s kind of thing, you know? And so like, possibility of being grandparents, I guess, but mom and dad, no, I don't think so. Because I think, like, I could be wrong again, because, like, it's been forever since I read the comics, but I think the comics confirm that Chell was pretty young. Like, early 20s, like, early to mid-20s during the course of the games. But again, could be wrong, because it's been a hot while since I've read the comics. I think I read the comics in, like, shortly after they released, which was fucking forever ago at this point. You do have a game theory? I didn't watch any MatPat videos, so I can't do any, like, MatPat memes, but go on, share your theory. And hopefully my latency isn't too outrageously slow. In the final hours of Portal 2, it says the events of Portal 2 take place 50,000 years after the events of Portal 1. Is that the theory, or...? This could just be a number that the writers just threw out there. Because I don't recall them saying that. But then yeah, I also like sped run as much as I could speed run through my replay of it that I just did. Which I think by now I privated those streams maybe. Or maybe I'm in the process of still doing that. Because again, I mentioned it before, but I'm going to be re-uploading the game stream over to the game channel. Just haven't gotten around to it yet. Because I've been busy going to the zoo like every freaking day this week. It's a joke. I've gone 3 days this week, which is still a lot. There's no way the Aperture Science Building stood that long, so what I'm thinking... Doo-doo-doo. They built the Aperture Science Building, the one in Portal 2, around when Shell was sleeping or in suspension. Maybe. But then again, like, that wouldn't really make much sense either, though, because GLaDOS is the one that has all of the control of, like, everything around her, you know? And she killed all the humans besides Shell, basically. So who would have built the facility around Shell when she was in suspension if GLaDOS wasn't the one doing it? You might just be spreading misinformation. Well, I wouldn't exactly say that. I mean, theories are theories, you know? Unless there's, like, hardcore, like, someone confirms, like, that that's not true or whatever, you know what I mean? Theories are fun. As they're supposed to be. Speculation fuels curiosity and creativity. In my humble opinion, at least. The Combine. Those are the aliens from Half-Life, right? Because I have never played any of the Half-Life games, to be completely honest. I probably should, because I really, really like Portal, but I like Portal for the puzzle aspect, and not because of, like, the shooter aspect, you know? And I think Half-Life, as, like, the game series, is more, like, action shooter based, isn't it? Yeah, yeah. I'm assuming you're saying yeah for the aliens and not the other comment that I had, because again, my latency not very great. Can you get any of the Half-Life games on Steam? Because if you can, I might consider it. Just to get more of the lore and universe. Even though I'm pretty sure, like, besides the mention here or there, the games are pretty disconnected from one another. Yeah, to the other one too. Yeah, that's what I thought. Like, I know that, there's, like, at least I think I remember seeing, because, like, my brothers used to play Half-Life a lot, back when I still lived with my parents, which is why I never got to play it, by the way, because, my siblings were kind of, like, video game hogs, so I didn't actually get to play a lot of games back, when I lived with my folks. So, I think I remember them playing Half-Life 2, though. And I think there was, like, a teleporting system in that game. Which my immediate thought process was, oh wow, this is like Portal. And if it is on Steam, how much are they charging for it? I mean, I'm pretty sure it has to be on Steam, because wasn't Steam once upon a time owned by Valve? Or am I crazy? That could be spreading misinformation. Pretty sure, like, it was once upon a time called Steam by Valve. I'd have to fact check that, though. Because, again, I could be wrong. You know, what I'm realizing that I'm doing with most of these cores, now that I'm, like, looking at it, is these parts right here, I'm putting these way close together. When on the actual core itself, they're really separated. So I might have to, like, shimmy that out a bit more. Valve sold Steam to EA. Yeah, but it was by Valve once upon a time ago, so I was right on that. Yeah, and selling to EA makes sense, and that's why you can get The Sims on Steam now. Because before, EA had their own, like, platform called Origin, which I don't think they do anymore. I think they, like, try to do, like, the EA app. Well, I don't think that's a thing anymore either. You were kidding? See, I don't know, dude. I take everything too seriously, but also I'm attempting to be busy, so I don't want to, like, just ditch to go, like, Googling things. I'll fact check everything later, though. But still, what I said did still make sense, because you can indeed get The Sims on Steam now. No, bro, send me that on Discord, Katie. I'm gonna make a sticker of that. Now that's what I call misinformation. Oh my god, I'm gonna do it in the nah, that's what I call music, like, font. Which I'm sure that was the joke that you're trying to make anyway. But I'm gonna do it. Be too far out. Did you see Kane Parsons wants to direct the Portal movie? Well, I don't know about a Portal movie even existing, so if that's true, that's cool. If it's more misinformation, haha, you got me again. But also, I don't know who Kane Parsons is, so good on that person if it's true, because I don't know who that is. But then again, like, a bunch of video games are getting, like, turned into movies recently, so it could be true, I guess. Probably not. Mostly because, like, I don't think Portal is, like, that popular anymore. Oh my goodness gracious, why am I beeping so much? My chat doesn't look like it's moving. No, this is serious? Okay, it popped up now. This is serious. Well, I mean, if it becomes a thing, I will go watch it because I love Portal. But if it never becomes a thing, he's the director of the Backrooms movie. Also made the web series. So I just know about the Backrooms in concept. Like, I know that it was, like, a game, and I know it's, like, about, like, the creepy, like, liminal spaces that you find in buildings that, like, are too big for their own good and people don't want to, like, actually utilize the space, and that, like, gives you, like, a really kind of, like, weird, like, sense when you enter the areas, but besides that, I don't know shit about the Backrooms, so his claim to fame is the background. Yes. Okay. Evening, I took a nap and don't know what decade it is. So my husband also took a nap earlier, and he said that he was gonna get up in time for dinner, and then like dinner rolled around and passed, and then I was like, bro, where is he? So I went to go get him, and he woke up with that whole like, what day is it, what year is it kind of look on his face, and I was like, you said you were gonna come down for dinner, and he was like, I set an alarm, and he looked like the age-old trick of looks at the alarm, it's set for AM not PM. Portal actually blew up again. Well, good, it's a good movie. Not movie. It's a good game. Which, if it did, like, again, I'm really like behind on a lot of like trends and stuff. So like, if it is like getting popular again, it's good that I'm like doing this art, because this is for a convention actually that I have coming up. I wanted to get these as like stickers, and I wanted to do like a print. So that's pretty exciting because it means money. Ah, shit, I have all that backwards. You have to go over. Because I was drawing it flipped, and then I flipped it the way it's supposed to be, and now everything's backwards. Let's see. Have you seen the Portal 10-hour loop video? Don't watch it, but people rediscovered it. There were so many different variations of a 10-hour loop for Portal that I don't know which one you're talking about. During, like, the height of its popularity, there was so many 10-hour loops. That, like, I think the 10-hour loop thing was just really popular back then in general, because there was 10-hour loops for fucking everything. And I know briefly that YouTube, like, restricted how long you could have videos, but I think they rescinded that, because now there's, like, the 24-hour streams. But I know at a time that there was a limit. I know there was like an 8-hour limit, and then they upped it to 12-hour, but then I think they cut it back down for a time, but now there's 24-hour streams. I should have known the second I laid down I wasn't coming back up for a while. The progress is looking good, thank you. Well, at least you got a nap in. I don't know, like, I know you said that like it was like you don't know what decade you're in anymore kind of nap, but like maybe you're rested a little bit. At least I hope so. And oh geez, my kiddo's favorite thing right now was oh gosh, oh golly, because I do that to him a lot. It cracks me up. There was this video of the Portal radio, and it was interrupted by a guy exercising and having explosive flatulence. Yeah, I bet. I still need to do I still want to do a YouTube video about the music video contest that they had for Exile Vilify, and how all like the wonderful, amazing animations and like Portal themed music videos all lost to the freaking sock puppet dude, and how it made everybody really fucking mad. Around the 5-hour mark, I believe it. That reminds me of when you're listening to audio for like textbooks. This happened a lot when I was in college, but like a lot of the college textbooks had like the accessibility for like the audiobook if you bought like the pass for the textbook. And just 16, 17 hours into the audio for like a textbook, sometimes like they just stop giving a fuck about like whether or not the take is good. And so like you get parts where they're just kind of mumbling, you get parts where like they're like, I should redo that one, you just hear them say I should redo that line, and then like they just repeat it again. I'm a new gen Who sock puppet dude. You get invested in lock-in, and then there's some BS. So, sock puppet dude. Alright, so when Portal 2 first came out, there's a song in Portal 2 that you can find occasionally as you play the game on the radios, in like the Ratman dens. And the song is called Exile Vilify, and you even find like, Ratman's like portraits and like pictures and scribbles on the walls with those song lyrics in them, because who knows why, maybe it was his favorite song or whatever. But they had a music video contest for that song, and this is the part where I have to like Google and do some research, because like it's been like 10 plus years at this point. I don't remember too well like the logistics of like the contest, but I'm pretty sure Valve hosted the contest, right? And so since Valve was hosting the contest and the song was featured in Portal 2 the game, a lot of people did music videos, because music video contest, a lot of people made music videos either using Portal 2 assets, like the actual like game assets, like scenes from the game, or like they downloaded the models for the game and put it in like a sandbox and like made their own music videos or whatever. Or some people, way too much time on their hands, very talented people, did animated music videos using the song, but used like Portal like IP stuff, so like Ratman and Shell, GLaDOS, yada yada. Well, when it came time for them to announce the winners of the music video contest, the winner was some dude with a sock puppet, like not even a very like good sock puppet, mind you, just a regular sock puppet with like eyes glued onto it or whatever, or I think it was drawn on actually. I think it's like, god damn it, let me I'm just gonna bring up the fucking sock puppet. Nope, it wasn't drawn on. Okay. I got it. So, sock puppet, 3, 2, 1. So this is the sock puppet. And everybody was really, really upset that this won, because the music video is some dude in a hoodie with like the hood drawn over his face where you can't make out his face, and he's just making the sock puppet lip sync along with the song, and he's like going across like the countryside, and he's like riding a train and things like that. And like, again, people were really, really mad that this sock puppet video was the one that they picked for the music video contest. Like, everybody was very, very upset. And I want to do a YouTube video, like, explaining the situation and stuff. Because then you get, like, let me see if I can grab a screenshot from, like, there was this one, which was, it was all stop motion. Like, clay stop motion. Awesome. Okay, I guess he wasn't hiding his face for the whole video, just him walking around looking sad with the hood up, with the freaking sock puppet, lip syncing to the song. And again, me included, everybody was really fucking pissed off about this. Literally, when you look up this song, you get, like, the sock puppet dude, right? You get, like, some album art, but then you also get, like, screenshots from, like, all of the music videos that people made for the contest. And, like, again, I don't blame people for being mad, because why? The way I just busted a cut. Yeah! I would have went to Valve and gave Newell myself if I lost. That's what everybody was saying. They're like, what the fuck? And then, like, people were trying, like, hardcore, like, trying to defend the fact that the sock puppet video won by saying, oh, they never specified it had to be Portal related and blah, 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 this and that. And, like, I was among the people that was really upset that the sock puppet won because the hell is this? And even to this day, when you look up that song on YouTube, that's the official music video, is the fucking sock puppet still. They should have done best in categories because that's rough. Man, that's where you do like a joke award for how much that made you laugh because seriously someone else should have won. That's what I'm saying again. But, you know, I don't know shit about like art, obviously. Like, who knows? Maybe there's like some like super deep meaning that everybody like analyzed on the panel and voted for and yada yada. I don't know. I draw pictures for a living. I don't know dickily about music. It's like I am among the crew though that was really disappointed that one of the like animated videos for that actually used like Portal 2 characters didn't win. But not my music, not my company, you know. See, if I spent hours making a stop motion music video for Portal 2, I would have cried, honestly. IDK, man, did what I do. Go in with something so bad, absolutely no one won't win. Twist is this guy actually won. Yeah, yeah. Again, I do encourage everybody to go look at the music video, like, just look at the winner, watch the music video throughout, and then go look up, like, the other entrants for the music video and watch those, and just, like, compare and contrast, and I'm like, just the overall difference. I guess the benefit that I could say is that we did get a lot of really nice art out of that contest, even if none of the really nice stuff won. I just want the certificate of participation some amount of time later. Wait, what do you mean I want? I want to tell my friends I entered this contest. Oh no. It's like I thought there was gonna be a riot in the streets when that dude won, to be honest. I'm surprised I didn't see like news reports, angry gamers storm Valve headquarters. I do remember there being one report, which it was probably a joke because I don't know how seriously I could take the world, but at the same time it's like people do some crazy stuff nowadays. But this was years and years ago, like right after Portal 2 came out. Everybody was like trying to like see signs that Portal 2 meant that Half-Life 3 was coming or whatever. And so like someone like was going to camp out in front of like Valve Studios and just hold up a sign about like needing Half-Life 2, Half-Life 3 or whatever. Again, I don't know how true that was, but crazier stuff happens all the time, so I'm imagining the sock puppet being burned in effigy. Yeah. I'm just gonna start entering sock puppet art to every contest ever and see if I luck out too. Like the the Homestuck update EMT shock blanket post. What the fuck are you talking about? Listen, I thought I was like a hardcore Homestuck fan, and then you'd be talking about some things that I've never ever heard of. Shock blanket post? Like, what is that? But I did feel really stupid earlier, because like after you told me what like the monkey Jesus thing was, like I remembered it, and I was like, oh, that. Oh no, I forgot I had mascara on. I just rubbed my eye. I have mascara in my eye. Okay, it's better. Let me find it. Okay. I can be patient. Or I can try to be patient at least. I think my notification beeps are delayed because I keep getting beeps and I look over and like nothing new is there. Or maybe the beeps are all in my head. Because that's possible too. I think I'm suffering from chatting too much and not drawing enough. But I think I'm pretty close to being done with like the sketch for this. But I do think I need to go into the other cores and separate out this like plating thing that I did right here, because I think I drew them way too close on all the other ones. Which I get that like I'm not doing this like hyper realistic to the game, but also I want it to be like kind of on model, I guess. I'm debating if I want to do so like in the Portal 2 cores, like Space and Adventure, Wheatley, Incorrect, like their bar right here has like the black gray like leather handles, and in Portal 1 the cores have like their handles are corresponding to their eye color, and I don't know if I want to like do that with like the handles on the Portal 2 cores or not. Maybe I'll do like highlight colors for that, because I think that'd be kind of cute. Just talking out loud at this point. You sent it to me? Okay. Let me see. People don't just lie in this app. Yeah. Like halfway through I was like, what? That was a peak, and then everybody clapped type of story. I have a similar story, but it's actually true, but every time I tell it, people think I'm lying. And that's when Pokemon Go first came out. One of my neighbors was yelling at their kid to get inside, and I didn't hear the kid because the kid also like was not also yelling, and then I just heard the parent go, "You can fight the gym battle tomorrow. Get your ass inside." And that still cracks me up to this day. Another crazy Pokemon Go story. It's only crazy to me because I know the man, but like when Pokemon Go first came out, my dad got really obsessed with it, and he lost like 40 pounds playing Pokemon Go just because he was out hiking every day. He traveled for it too, which is also, I think, really freaking crazy. He did like day trips down to like Cleveland and Columbus, and I think he went down to Kentucky once just to play Pokemon Go. I think that was nutty. He bought like tablets that had like internet hotspot things attached, and like he would go around with like 3 or 4 tablets, and I'm like, bro, you are doing way too much. That's pretty funny. We practically shut down Chicago. Yeah. Well, that was like a planned event, right? Kind of like it had like people running the event. My dad just went out and just did shit for Pokemon Go. Like, just randomly went and did day trips to play Pokemon Go in other cities. Which, again, I thought was nutty. For a dude that should have had other priorities, you know? But that's just me. You were about to fistfight Mewtwo behind a Denny's with how many raids I did trying to get it shiny. I don't know how people shiny hunt in Pokemon games, like even like the regular games, because I hatched so many freaking Zigzagoon eggs in Sword and Shield because I wanted a freaking pink shiny, because that one comes in pink in that game. And it was like 4 days later, I was like, I fucking give up, dude. I can't just have this shit just on all day long, running around in circles. Like, I was losing my freaking patience. I'm glad in the, some of the games, obviously not all of them, but some of them it's easier to find shinies for sure. Like in, Scarlet and Violet, like, it's way easier to find shinies. I would be lucky to find, like, 1 shiny in a game, like, the entire time that I would be playing it, and in, Scarlet and Violet, I have, like, 10 of them, which I know isn't a lot for a lot of people, but, like, that's a lot to me, considering, like, my default shiny forever was just that 1 Gyarados in, Crystal. And I was so uneducated about shinies for the longest time. And you would remember this, Katie, when I was showing you I think it was on Pokemon Go. I showed it, I was like, why does this one have sparkles? And you're like, that's a shiny. But in fairness, to me at least, the Pikachu shiny looks way too similar to normal Pikachu. Alright, how are we feeling about Wheatley here? I wanted to capture the crack in the lens, which I know the reference doesn't have the crack, but actually in the game his lens is cracked. And I wanted to capture that, again, reiterating myself for the millionth time. Also, I apologize about my chair. It's been creaking a lot lately. In fairness, this chair is like 11 years old at this point. It's like the store I bought this chair from isn't even in business anymore. Okay, so we're gonna go through the cores that I've done, okay? So we started with intelligence. Inquisitive look, very cutesy. And then we went on to anger. Okay. Which at this point is when I was like really trying to like press the limits of like how skewed I can make the proportions and stuff. So I gave them more expression. And then we have incorrect fact. Adventure, which I made him have a little mustache because I just wanted to and I think it's really cute. Then we get space, which this is let me actually go back and look. That one looks spaced out enough. That one doesn't look terribly spaced. Space, I definitely need to space the can you see my mouse moving back and forth? That section right there, I gotta space that out more, for sure. And then we have morality, which I think I need to space that out more too, but we'll see. And then finally we have curiosity, which I think I should space that out more too, but it doesn't look terrible. And then weekly. Hooray! Everybody clap. And I'm hoping this looks more like Wheatley when I go to add the color. Because I think half the battle with the cores is just the color scheme, you know? But since we have all that sketched out, I want to, let's see what time it is. We got like almost an hour left. So what I want to do here is, firstly, we're going to save this. And now we're going to change, let's see, change canvas size, 11 by 17. I think my music stopped, so let me put on another video for the music. And then we will start mapping out the idea for the print that we're going to do. In the concept that I'm thinking, we're going to utilize the sketch for the cores. We're going to toss those over into the full illustration. So, those are going to be part of the illustration, but the cores are also going to be individual stickers. Is my thought process, at least. Chill beats, sure. And then back to the TikTok chat, which nobody's chatted, but I still appreciate all of you viewing from TikTok. And then over here. You gotta put Buddy in cuddle jail. Oh no, what is Buddy doing this time? Okay, so I know it's not going to be very original because everybody and their monkey's uncle who has done this posing. But what I want to do here is I want to do GLaDOS. Looking up like this. He's annoying you. That's fair. Again, I know everybody has done this like kind of concept, but I'm going to throw my hat into the ring, I guess you can say. And we're gonna have it's probably way too big to be honest. What is the size difference between GLaDOS and Chell? How you actually hold the portal gun in the game, but concepts. But this is like kind of what I wanted to do. And I wanted the cores to just kind of be around. How many of them were there? 8 of them? Yeah, 8 of them. So we need like 8 circles. And then what I also would like to do, which we'll put that down here in another layer. Portals. And I also want to do like other aspects from the game. So doing another new color here. Perhaps we'll do it in green. I'm thinking we can have like a turret. Like, ah! Like maybe we have a couple of turrets like around, like maybe one over here too. Shining the beam that way. It's looking fun. I think she has a ponytail, doesn't she, in the game? If I'm remembering correctly. Ponytail, like. Maybe we can look it up. And maybe this is weekly up here. And then of course we gotta do, go back over here, darker green. We gotta put a couple of cubes perhaps. Maybe this one down here can be like a companion cube. And these ones can be like normal. Maybe this one can be like one of those laser reflect ones. That'd be fun. And this one could just be a normal box. Which I think they do like, yeah, weird thing around the... Sorry, I'm looking up at my companion cube that I have up on my desk. Looks fun. Then maybe over here, like, by where I plan to put Wheatley, I could do like a Franken cube. Planning on having this like very cluttered and clustered. And then I also want to include, probably faintly, is the scribbles from Ratman, like the cake. And then I think he's drawn a cat in the game too, like a sleeping cat, I think it was. And then he did like a scribble of a bunch of stars. And I'll look up in like screenshots from the game, or like look through my my stream that I did for like the math equations that I used, like for like on the walls and everything. He used math equations. And I'm trying like really hard to avoid like any like text, because one thing that you should know if you like do fan art in a convention setting is that usually a corporation is kind of relatively okay with you selling fan art at conventions, as long as you don't put any like logos or character names or things of that nature within your image, because then there's like weird like copyright issues regarding that for some reason, that's more like hyper specific than just drawing the characters. And again, like while they tend to say it's more specific to names and logos, I don't like to put much text, if any text at all, in my images, just to kind of avoid that like issue altogether, you know what I mean? It's like, I personally have never had my fan art taken down at a convention by any representatives from like whatever owns the IP, like whether it's like Crunchyroll or like a game studio or something like that. But I've known other people have experienced that because they have, again, the text or character names or some nonsense on their images, which again they tend to say like pretty like out in the open, like don't do that, you know? Like if you actually read through the contract for a lot of conventions, they have like on their contract that you can sell fan art as long as it doesn't include those kind of things. And I also want to include Atlas and Peabody somewhere. I was gonna say maybe I can have like one popping out of this portal, one popping out of that portal, but that's not exactly how the portals work, you know? And don't they have... I could be wrong. It's like, don't they have like the portals, like the portal guns built onto their bodies? But I don't think so now that I'm like rethinking about their character designs. I could just be having like them like, oh. I can't actually have them that far down because then they're gonna get cut. Ah. Okay, I'll move them. I'll shimmy them up a little bit, but this is like the general idea that I'm working with for this print design. Is it a lot? Naturally, it is, but I'm always going too much. Creeping into busy territory. Good. It's supposed to. But I also think some of the busyness that you're seeing is just from like how sketchy it is right now. I'm hoping that like it evens out a little bit when everything's like actually filled in, you know what I mean? But for right now, this is like the general idea that I'm working with. So we'll see how I actually go. But for right now, we still got some time to draw. But I really have to go to the bathroom, so I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. With my creaky chair. Okay. Let's see. Now the question is, do I want to continue this or go do something else? So I have to go look up the ending of the game again, but I know that, like, she does, like, kind of like an expression at the end of the game, like, after, like, she comes to terms with, like, Carolyn. Like, she becomes a little more expressive, so I don't know if, like, she has, like, the upper, like, lid thing going on, but, like, I'll double check it before I, like, finalize this. This is just for the sake of, like, trying to get the, gist of, like, what mood I'm going for this, you know? I'm kind of undecided on like where I want her to be looking, so she's just gonna look a little cross-eyed right now. How are we feeling about that? Again, we're going for cluttered. We're going for busy. We're going for a little overwhelming, like, kinda. Okay. Looking it over, plotting out what more to do. I think for today, we're gonna call it. We'll work more on these tomorrow, for tomorrow's stream. But right now, I got like 8 minutes left till I have to go deal out medications and stuff. So I hope everybody has enjoyed today's stream. Thank you for dropping by. If you're currently just viewing and don't actually follow the channels that you're viewing it on, whether that's YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, etc., go ahead and hit the follow button or the subscribe button or whatever the free option is to do. Don't get me wrong, you can give me money if you like, but no pressure, no anything, right? Like I said, we'll be back tomorrow to continue 07. What's 07 mean? We'll be back tomorrow to work more on this. I'm going to try to like doodle off camera, depending on how like my scheduling works out. Because like I said, I got appointments to do tomorrow, so we'll see. We might be dropping back in at the exact same place that we're at now. I don't know. We will see. But with that, I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of their night. Bye-bye.